Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be doing our first garden tour of the 2025 garden season. Guys, it is springtime. So today it is the 6th. It is the 6th, yeah? Yes, it is the 6th of September. Yeah, it's that time of the year. So I'll be showing you guys around my garden. There is practically nothing to see. As you guys know, if you've been following me a long time ago, you know that I'll be taking you guys along from September up until the end of the season. I do this garden tour every month. So I'll be starting this garden tour at the front of the house. You will see some changes. You know, my garden gets a facelift every garden season. As you guys can see, the shrubs are still shrubbing and I do need to trim them, but not so much. Not so much. It's because it hasn't rained, so it's not growing as fast as it would once it starts raining. And then at the bottom, guys, at the bottom, the garden beds are not looking the greatest because I haven't been watering this garden bed. It's just dry, dry, dry. Even my little white soldiers, they are struggling to come out because they need a bit of water. They don't like too much water, but also they don't like it when it gets too dry. So I need to come and harvest my jelly beans. As you guys can see, if you remember my last season garden tour, the jelly beans looked better than this because I was watering these garden beds, but this time around I haven't been doing that, so the jelly beans are not looking so great. And then my shrubs here, those ones, they lose their leaves in the winter months. Then come spring they start growing new leaves, so they are still looking a bit scrawny, but come summer months this will fill out. This will be so green here. And I'm still contemplating removing all the grasses from this garden bed. They are no longer performing as well as they are, and they seem to be attracting a lot of aphids, especially the black aphids. So I don't know, it's either I keep them as an aphid trap or I remove them. I'm still thinking about what to do with this garden space. And here, guys, you still remember I had planted my pear and apricot tree. Yes, I haven't dug them up because I'm thinking I won't do it anymore because I still don't know when I'm moving anymore. So as you guys can see, new growth since I had trimmed this pear tree. And look at this one, guys. If you remember, my brother had snapped this tree and I had to cut it clean here, and all of this is almost 2 weeks growth. All of this tree is growing so fast, but I need to come and remove this because I don't want growth on this part of the tree. I only want growth from here upwards. That's what I want. And if you turn to this side, guys, if you remember, I only had one garden bed that was around here. Things have changed. I decided to make 4 garden beds on this space. While the plan is to have tomatoes here, and 2 of this garden beds is going to be peppers, and I moved my blackberry and raspberry bushes to this side. So I still need to put wires to support the berry bushes once they grow big. And also I decided to propagate the blackberry. I've made 2 propagation. We'll see what's gonna come of it. And that's my blackberry. And my raspberry, I had cut it all the way down. This is all them new growth. And if you remember here, I used to have my northern exposure. I used to have 2. Now I'm remaining with just 1. And it's also flowering. It's giving me pink flowers. So I need to trim it nice. This year I need to just make sure I keep up with trimming of this northern exposure plant. And then this garden bed, I still don't know what I want to do with it, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna make it a flower bed. The only exception is going to be my paprika plant that I'm overwintering for the 2nd time this garden season. I need to come and remove all the dead twigs around it and try and water it. Try and water it. So then I'm going to plant flowers around this garden bed. I don't think I want to put anything edible on the side, simply because it dries out so fast. This garden bed, it dries out so fast. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it gets full sun the entire day. That's why. And then on this side, I still have my guava tree, which did get a bit of frostbite, but otherwise it's still very much alive. I also need to come and remove the other dried up twigs. And then my climbing rose, guys, it's starting to fill up all over again. It is starting to fill up. And then at the bottom here, all the flowers that I had planted at the bottom, my little white soldiers, my fox tail, what, I can't remember the name of this plant. I'm going to put it on the screen. Even though it also did get some frostbite, but this time around I don't think it was that bad. It wasn't. It wasn't. And as for my jelly beans, you guys, I need to come and water. I don't water my flower beds as much as I water my edible, my vegetable garden beds. So I need to try and be like on point when it comes to watering my flower garden beds also. Because Shem, my jelly beans, you can tell, we need water. We need water. Even my elephant ear plant, look at it. And then, as you guys know, my pumpkin patch, I had cleaned it up last week. It's ready for me to plant, but I haven't planted anything. Probably next week or tomorrow, if I'm not lazy, I'm going to start direct sowing my pumpkin seeds. That's what the plan of action. And also I have this composter. Now my composter is at the front of the house. The plan is to put some sunflowers here all the way up until here, and I also plan to put an archway somewhere here. Guys, the ideas I have in this head of mine, I plan to put an archway here, a pumpkin archway, and then here obviously I'm going to be planting tomatoes again on the spot here. But for now, this was my cauliflowers, which I've already harvested, so I need to come and just clean up. And my lettuce, which is flowering, this lasted me the entire winter months. And I have some sweet chard here on this garden bed, and at the end I have my banana tree. It did suffer frostbite, but it survived, came back. Someone had asked me in the comment that can banana trees survive frost in Joburg? Apparently it can. Look at this, it's coming back alive and well after it was just beaten by frostbite. Then guys, as for my mango trees, I had dug them out and I had put a frost cover before someone decided to remove it. and my trees ended up getting a frostbite, and I don't see them surviving because this one already snapped, and look at this, it's dry. So, and this one, the crafting point is here. If the crafting point is here and this is already dry, I don't see these trees making it. I don't see it happening. And guys, look at my Cronandilla tree, which is passion fruit. This one I have cut it back, but look at all the new growth now. Look at this. It's growing out so fast. But I'm just gonna try and make sure that I keep this in its own lane. I don't want it going all over to that side and shading out my other grapevine there. And this grapevine this time around, it's like say me selling cooler for a change. Yes, it's ready to grow because look at this. This is all new growth. All of this. And this is the old growth which hasn't shown any new growth yet. This is part of that tree. So, which means last season it had grown up until here. I did trim it off a bit when I was pruning all the way up there. So, what I'm hoping this time around it's going to grow a little bit more. And it's funny because this was actually bigger than this, but now this is behind, and Loyen way ahead. So I can see on my other grapevine also that it's starting to show some life. Look at this, guys. Isn't gardening beautiful? Every time I see all of this new growth now, it gives me hope for a better tomorrow, guys. It just does. It just does. So this year I'm definitely looking forward to having more grapes. Last season I did have grapes from this vine, and hopefully I can get a little bit on this, because those ones, they are red grapes and those are green grapes. And as for the passion fruit, it did fruit quite a lot if you ask me. The only problem, it had fruited in winter, so the ripening, it took forever. It took forever because it was just not hot enough to ripen the fruit. It was just not. And here, this is a self-seeded broccoli plant, which it hasn't formed any heads. I remember I had planted some broccolis last season here, and I had allowed it to go to seed. So now a new one sprouted on its own, and it's just growing. Even with aphids are taking it, it's growing because I did wash off some of the aphids on the leaves. You see the parts that are curly, that's where the aphids were, but it's still growing so much. And then at the corner here, my bougainvillea, guys, it handled the winter so well, because remember I had planted 2 bougainvilleas at next to my climbing my rose wall. Those did not survive the winter, but this one, it survived the winter, which I'm happy about. This is all the new growth. So the bigger leaves that were there from last season, they are now falling off, and new leaves are coming out. So now I'm hoping it will grow up and go all the way like this. Guys, this is going to look beautiful. Can you imagine having the bougainvillea climb up and with its deep red flowers, and then the grapevines at the back with its green leaves, the grapes hanging and the passion fruit hanging. Oh guys, this is going to look so beautiful. And here my blueberry bush, guys, I have a sunflower that's self-seeded here. I need to come and dig it up, and then I have some flowers on my blueberry bush. Hopefully this year I can have more. I need to come and fertilize apply some liquid fertilizer on this. And my Jatropha also handled the winter very well. I thought the Jatropha was supposed to be an evergreen, but apparently it's not. It did lose its leaf during the winter month, which I'm okay with that. And now I have all this new growth. And then at the bottom here, I had planted. You see the difference, guys? Look at the little white soldiers on this pot. Because this I'm watering, they started to fill out and they are bigger. And then the atheriums, guys, I need to come and clean them up. I also overwintered this. Now they are coming back. And here my mint, it looks like it's dead, but never be fooled by mint. When it's like this, when you think everything is done and dusted with the mint, but then it comes back vigorously. I just need to remove it and cut half of this, remove half of this, and put new soil and everything. Just give this pot some TLC. And I have my guava trees. My guava trees, these two, they actually survived the winter months. And here, guys, my lemon tree. Look at this. It's showing red flowers. Red flowers. Hopefully we can have 1 or 2 lemon. I'm not looking to have a lot of lemons because I feel like this tree, it's way too small to be fruiting right now. It's just too small. And then here I have my avocado tree. Look at this. I have some new growth. Obviously the older leaves died and now we are having new ones coming out. At least I have one avocado tree that's surviving. All my avocado trees, as soon as I transplant them, they die. This one, shame, it is surviving. And this blueberry bush, I don't see any flowers on it, so I don't know what's happening with it, unless Yona, it gives fruits later in a season. I don't know. And then inside the greenhouse, all my seedlings, most of them have sprouted. And the ones that are not happy, they are already dying, like those ones. That is why you need to put 2 or 3 seeds in one soil block. That way, if some are not happy, some will be happy. Yeah, that's that in the greenhouse. I still need to start more seedlings. But for now, I have this. This, guys, is the orange squash. This is a new variety I'm trying of squash. And now it's looking leggy. I think I need to put it in a pot so that I can put it outside, from away from the greenhouse. Because Haibo, look at this. It's trying to reach for the sun. And here on my sweet potato bed, I have potatoes that have self-seeded. Look at them. And then I haven't seen any sweet potatoes coming back. I might have to go and get some more cuttings and plant them in this garden bed. So this time around, I'm going to make sure that I don't put any fertilizer in this garden bed, because if you put fertilizer, then the sweet potatoes, they focus on producing leaves than tubers. So only compost for this garden bed, no fertilizers. Here, flowers haven't sprouted, and I have these are green peppers. Yes, these are green peppers, which it's a plant that I have overwintered. I'm hoping it will give me a head start, and also it will give bigger green peppers. That's what I'm hoping for. And here, obviously, nasturtiums. Because nasturtiums, you plant them once, then you will have them for a lifetime. They will come back on their own year after year after year. Here on this side of the wall, I'm also going to be making some changes. I'm thinking I want a sunflower wall. That's what I'm thinking. But currently I have my kale plant, I have my broccoli that hasn't formed heads yet. If you guys remember, I used to have my blackberry and raspberry bushes there. I removed them because it's against I had to remove them because it's against the wall. And then ilanga lantambama, guys, afternoon sun is just too much, so I decided to remove my berries from this wall and put them at the front of the house. And there it's going to be a storage room. It used to be my compost place, and my greenhouse also used to stay on the side of, so everything here already has changed. So I want a sunflower wall. Obviously I still have my sitting area, and there I still want some more sunflowers or zinnias, probably maybe echinacea, I don't know. I will see what I'm going to be doing there. And then on this garden bed, I have cauliflowers that I had planted in the winter month, and they are not performing. Probably they will start performing now that it's spring. And I have my jalapeno that I have overwintered, and you can see there's already some new growth. I hope this overwintering my peppers going to give me a head start. We all know what our peppers, they take forever to germinate. So this hopefully will give me a head start when it comes to harvesting peppers. And also I have 3 more bell peppers that I had overwintered, and I have 3 eggplant bushes that I had overwintered. So we'll see how things go with that. And here, guys, I had harvested my sugarloaf cabbage, and now look at this, it's flowering. I had allowed this to stay in the ground all winter long, and new leaves had formed. Now we are flowering, so I'm hoping to get some seeds from this. That's what I'm hoping for, and it's 2 of them. And then here I have my red onions that I had planted, I think in May or June. I had planted this in May or June. Hopefully it will start bulbing now that the weather is a little bit warmer, and they will start growing, and I can harvest them before December. That's what I'm hoping for, guys. Onions, they take forever in your garden. That's why it's important for you to grow them throughout the winter months, so that when spring and summer comes, they grow fast and they are out of your space. And ta-da! Welcome to my bean trellises. So this time around I decided to build a proper bean trellises. The one that I had built last season, as soon as those beans started to what? To fruit. That thing, it fell to the ground because it was just too short for the beans. The beans, you need something roughly 1.5 meter high so that they can climb properly. So this time around I have built a proper trellis for my beans. So this is going to be a bean and sweet peas trellis. This side I'm going to plant sweet peas, and this side I'm going to be planting my green beans. Guys, I can already imagine how beautiful this is going to be looking. And then on this side I have beetroot, guys, and I think my beetroot is starting to go to seed. Look at this. Let's come and harvest. Look at how big I am harvesting my beetroot. Look at how big my beetroot is, guys. You can't really see it properly. I've been harvesting and harvesting beetroot. This is the first time that I've grown beetroot, and it did so well for me. And yeah, and then I have my spring onion on this side, and then on this side of the garden bed I have my yellow onion. Look at this, guys. The onion is growing so much. And here at the edge of this garden bed, I had beetroot all the way. As you guys can see, I now have space, so I've been harvesting. Today I will probably be harvesting this other row, since you know I want to plant green peas in this space now. And then on this other side I had planted my red lettuce, which is also bolting. This also lasted me the entire winter months. Yeah, this also lasted me the entire winter months. So now it is definitely bolting. It's going to sit. I need to come and remove all of this and plant something else on the edge of this garden bed. And then at the back of this, I have my garlic. It had finally sprouted, which took forever if you ask me. And also I have my carrots. My carrots are not looking so happy, guys. I never thinned them out. I normally don't thin my carrots out. I don't. I guess I'm a lazy gardener, simply because, as you guys can see, aphids are the problem. That is why my carrots are not looking so great. I need to come and treat this, guys. Yo, look at the infestation. This is too much. It's affecting my carrots. And then I also have a cabbage. This is the drumhead cabbage, which is not looking so great. And I have more spring onion and some more carrots on this garden bed. And that's it that's happening on this garden bed. 3 flower garden beds. There's practically nothing for now. Nothing has sprouted off yet. Flowers, for flowers, most of the time I do start new flowers, but most of the time the zinnias, they come back on their own accord. I don't have to bother with that. Trellises. For now, I have my cauliflower plants. These were extra cauliflower plants, so I just decided to put them here during the winter months. But you guys know this is my melon garden bed. In this garden bed, I plant my watermelon, my cantaloupe, and then I also plant gem squash in this trellis. So there's practically nothing for now. And this corner here, the only thing I have is alyssum. And then my orange tree, I am going to be digging up this tree from here because I want to put another garden bed here for my other tomatoes. There's a new variety I'll be trying out, so I want to put them on the side of the garden. So this will be moving from here, and it's flowering, guys. How can a small tree like this one be preparing to give me fruits? Yeah, and at the bottom I have strawberries. And then my 93, what do you guys call it? Nectarine. Yes, 90, we call it 90, but some call it a nectarine. 93, it has flowered quite a lot. Hopefully this year, because this year this tree is going to be 3.5 years, so it should give me some fruit this year. Because last year it did flower and there were a lot of fruits, but then we had wind come in and wiped all those fruits from the tree. But probably this time around some of the fruits can remain. That's what I'm hoping for. And this tree has grown quite a lot. I did try to thin the center of the tree to allow airflow. And then at the back, I still have my pineapple plants, guys. The pineapples are just not giving what they're supposed to be giving. They are just not giving. Look at them. And then I have my cauliflower plants. Those are infested with aphids. Aphids are all over those plants, so they are not performing. And so guys, that's it for this video. As you guys can see, a lot is actually happening in this garden of mine. You can imagine, come summer, this place will be a food forest. It's going to be bushy. So I cannot wait to see how the garden will be looking like. But a lot would have changed by then. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up below, and leave a comment. I'll be seeing you guys on my next video. Bye.